I'm Kalina Phillips, and I'm directing Leap Year Love Dance. And the project is a dance film. I still say film.
Sure, it always a film.
about a legendary figure in Canada's history in the 1800s, John Ware. He was recently awarded a stamp by Canada Post, but I've known about his story for about 20 years when I discovered a book that had been written about him. And I was quite fascinated by it because I never had heard of him before. Never really thought about African Canadian stream being out in Canada's west, at especially such an early period. The more that I've learned about him, the more I've learned how prominent he was. In fact, in Alberta, he was responsible for the survival of the Bar Ranch. It nearly lost half of its herd, which might have thrown it into bankruptcy, and he single-handedly saved that herd and was able to preserve the ranch, which is still in existence right now as a heritage museum property. Yes, well, the dance came about because I discovered he met a woman named Mildred Lewis. It was kind of a surprise to both of them because they were unaware of the presence of other black people in Alberta at that time. They were married on February 29th, 1892. And the piece is about their meeting in 1892 and being so surprised that they jump forward, or leap forward as it is, into fantasy dances from other eras. So they cover a lot of dances that were derived, made up by Black diaspora. So we start with cakewalk, Lindy Hop, a lot of the dances in the 50s, 60s, the twist, stroll, that kind of thing, into disco, and then break dance, and then we come back.
We are shooting what I call a historical film on John Ware and his wife Mildred. The first, John Ware was the first black rancher in Calgary. He was also the first black cowboy, one of the best well-known. So we were making history, and by recreating history.
True dance.
Through dance.
So how's the shoot going?
The shoot is going well.
And we love it. The
we
crew
love
is
it, yes.
fantastic. The energy
Yes.
is great. And we're having a wonderful time.
Yes.
Dancing through the ages.
Yes.
I saw you guys doing a lot of costume changes. Which one is your favorite?
I think the
suit.
one that we haven't done yet will be the 70s.
The 70s?
Yeah.
The disco piece.
Disco.
piece,
Yeah.
Okay, great.
And then, of course, we have the hip hop,
Mm-hmm.
which will come soon. The favorite costume, I believe, is the cakewalk.
Okay.
We're all dressed up in that
Yes.
era, that time.
So tell me a bit about yourself. Like you have a background in dancing, and
Oh, it's been 35 years now.
and you've danced for what companies have you performed for?
I've danced with Dance Theatre Harlem, the Julia Dance Ensemble, and forming my own company when I came here to Toronto, Cambodia Dance Theatre, which is now called Ron Taylor Dance.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's a little bit about my background. Yeah.
And yourself, fine lady?
And myself, well, I'm mostly known for accounting and business management, mainly with artists, arts organizations, but dancing, I've been dancing since I was 6 years old.
Nice.
I'm Ricardo Diaz. I'm the DP of Leap Year. Leap Year, what we've been trying to do is to show dances from 1892 to the present day. And this woman, she comes from the field and she moves into the barn, and the barn all of a sudden she meets this other guy, and the barn sort of transforms into sort of fantasy, and so they start dancing together, and they're doing all these dances from 1892 to 2012, and so that's what we're trying to show right now. We're shooting with the Red Epic. And we also have the GoPro also have it mounted on the wrists, their hands, just to get a little bit, a different perspective on a dance going on. very neutral for the beginning portions of it, and then as they get into the dance, it's actually very warm, more warm and inviting. So those are the two color palettes that I'm working with, really.
Okay, if someone's seen this video and they want to get in touch with the DP, how do they get in touch with you?
Well, you can actually go to my website, which is ricardodiazdp.com.
My name is Vivian Scarlett. I am the choreographer on this project, Leap Year Love Dance, and it's been an awesome journey. I met Colina, who approached me to do the project about John Ware, and was really fascinated because many years ago I was in the park and I met this guy who talked about John Ware, and he introduced me, and I had no idea. So what I did, I developed a program for the schools to talk about John Ware and what he did. So having Colina ask me to do this project was just sort of like connecting. It was really great. And working with the two dancers, just developing, going through the era and researching the different dance styles and stuff like that was really exciting too. Coming here and being on set with everyone is just that much more. So it's been a really, really fascinating experience.
Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Audrine, and today I'm helping out with the wardrobe, and it's really fun here. We've met some great people, and we're just having a really good time.
So what's the best costume you've seen so far?
The one, the tuxedo, and the black outfit, lace dress, skirt, beautiful.
Are you accustomed to being on set?
Yes, I am.
What kind of stuff do you do?
I do background work. I've been on a few shows so far, like Total Recall, Saving Hope, Murdoch Mysteries.
Nice.
And now I'm here today.
Ian Sun, Red Guy. Here we are, day 2 of Leap Year, a film about black folk over the years swinging and singing. Well, not much singing, but a lot of dancing. And it's been interesting. We're out on the farm in the middle of God knows where. And it's been something else, you know. Days going along slowly, but I think we're getting our shots. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, I think we are. So you own the Epic. What's the best feature on the Epic?
Damn, kick-ass frame rates, baby. Yeah.
And what does frame rates allow you to do?
It allows you to see stuff you can't see with your own eyes. Your perception's just too slow. We're too slow, man. Yeah, we're living up there with the bees.
So you're saying that the frame rate slows things down?
Well, yeah. Lets you get inside of emotion.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we can perceive that kind of thing when we're living right on the edge. You know, so it takes you out to other states of being.
Well, I actually was putting it. Well, there is, I think, a great deal of importance to recording African diaspora history. It's African Canadian, African American, and well, wherever the diaspora exists. Often our stories are those that are relegated to the background. And in this story, as I described to the funders, I wanted to bring the Wares to the foreground, bring the social and cultural dances to the foreground, which includes the music of each period and the dances of each period, and some of the clothing from each period as well. And it's very, very important as an African Canadian to have that kind of history, because it wasn't available to me when I was growing up. I was definitely well into adulthood by the time I even heard of John Ware. And I know that a lot of people are still not aware of him, even though he's had a stamp put out. A lot of people still don't know anything about him, and I would really like to change that if at all possible.
Bye.